This is Michigan Constitutional Crusader. We're out in Bowling Green, Ohio, with Caveman's Cam, Lemmy Audit You, and Walking Cameraman. We're gonna head over to this library here in just a second. We're waiting for this group of children to leave the doorway. I'm gonna see what they think, and then we'll do some window shopping. I'm gonna pause this. No loitering. No loitering. So does that mean you can't stand out here and read your book? Would that be considered loitering in their eyes? I think I might have to. How's it going?
Hello.
I have a question for you. Do you guys have a copy of the U.S. Constitution for Dummies?
Well, no, you could ask upstairs at the information desk,
Okay.
and they would be glad to tell
All
you.
right, thank you. Wow, they got a big children's section, all of that. That's a huge children's section. Cool. They got a baby grand piano and a fireplace. Heck yeah. How's it going? Local history. That's cool. Atlas of Sandusky County. That is cool. Attention to detail back in the day. Bowling Green State College, 1929. This is a 1936 map of Bowling Green. Do you guys, good morning. Do you guys have a copy of the U.S. Constitution for Dummies?
Let me look that up for you.
Thank you. Beautiful library you guys have here.
Thank you.
How often is somebody playing that piano downstairs?
We use it for concerts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
We have a great partnership with BGSU's College of Musical Arts.
So we have
Okay.
regular concerts. They
Well,
come
that's
over and
cool.
perform. It is. You wanted it for dummy.
So I guess the being quiet rule is null and void at those times, eh?
Well, we are a community gathering space, so there's a lot of things that happen here. It's not your
Right.
grandma's library. No offense to your grandma.
Right, right.
Let's see. I do not, it doesn't look like I have the version of the U.S. Constitution for dummies, but I do have a copy of the Constitution. Would you like to look at it?
No, no.
Okay.
I would make a suggestion that maybe you guys could try to get that
Okay.
because it breaks down both the Constitution and the Bill of Rights in layman's terms so the average person can understand it.
Did you, if I get a copy of it, do you have a library card with us? Would you like
No,
me
I
to
don't.
put it on hold for you?
I have a copy myself.
Okay.
I just
Okay.
try to get libraries to get that in their stock because it's very helpful for people that don't understand it.
Right. I will give that to our selector.
And it's the second edition.
Okay. I will give that suggestion to our selector
All right,
and have
thank
a
you.
look at it.
You have a
welcome.
wonderful
Have a
day.
good day.
Yep.
Can I help you with something?
What is that for?
This is something that we're going to be putting up for digital signage downstairs,
Oh,
so that people
okay.
we can have some updates and things showing when people walk
That's
in.
cool.
Just working on setting it up.
Right? There's a hell of a lot of wires going to a hell of a lot of equipment back there.
Yeah, this is brains of the operation back here, where it all runs through.
I don't think I've ever seen that much hardware in a library.
I mean, we gotta go. It's got to go everywhere in the building. So like all the computers, all the printers, copiers, everything's got
Wow.
cables going to it. Yeah.
That's crazy. You too. I have the radios in the car. I forgot to grab them.
No problems here. The life knows.
No, everybody was cordial.
Maybe I'll get a new gimbal for my birthday.
Right?
Thank you.
I was talking to that lady upstairs. They do concerts in here.
They're doing 3D printing class here next month.
Oh, are they? That's cool.
Intermediate seminar or some shit.
The Bright Space. Hi, gentlemen.
How's it going?
And we actually have an opera singer from New York City. She came here to perform because she was a magician and she loved the acoustics so much. She came back and said, I was worried she was going to cause the glass to shatter. Yeah. So we have the busy library. We're glad you're here.
Yeah, we've had,
I'm going to go ahead and take a walk around since they've already been around. You guys can entertain that.
Have any questions about the library?
No.
Glad you're here.
I made a suggestion upstairs that you guys should get the U.S. Constitution for Dummies, second edition, for your library.
Okay. I know we used to have the first edition. That's the tricky thing about libraries is, dog eats a book. It's amazing how many times a skunk will spray a book because people will leave their bag of books in their garage and then forget to shut the garage up. So the collection kind of weeds itself on a continual basis, and we miss some things at times.
Right.
But yeah, Constitution is very important. We actually had a local elected official a few years ago. We had a program for Constitution Day in the fall, and we sort of set it up kind of like Jeopardy, where a group of fifth graders was quizzing our senator. And it was like who's going to win? Is it going to be the group of fifth graders or the senator on the Constitution?
So it was are you smarter than a fifth grader kind
Yeah,
of thing?
kind of, but we did it kind of like Jeopardy. But we passed out constitutions then, and then we had a big box for a while, and it was good to pass those out.
Yeah, this is the For Dummies one, though.
Okay.
And it breaks down both the Constitution and the Bill of Rights in layman's terms, so the average person.
When you guys leave, I'll go back. I'm of an age I have to write it on a piece of paper within a few minutes, or else it will slip my mind.
Yep, everything's on my phone. I've got so many notes in my phone, it's
You
ridiculous.
know, I have a smartphone.
But not smart enough to use it?
Every time I
They
read a
have
problem,
a-
I think it's art.
They have a For Dummies book for that, too. I bought it for my father.
When I first started recommending the Dummy series years ago to people, be like,
People get offended.
I'm saying you're a dummy. But it's a great way to be introduced, to get on the entry
For stuff
level.
you don't know.
Yeah. So, yeah.
They have For Dummies for everything. I mean, for financing, for farming.
Yeah.
I mean, for
And
everything.
I grew up a poor kid in Southeast Ohio. I didn't know much about finance, so I got the one on finance so I could understand,
There you go.
like, how does my retirement system work, and what does a certificate of deposit mean, and if I ever get there. And
And
that
it's
kind of
funny,
thing.
people get so offended when you say you should get the blah, blah, blah For Dummies. And they look at you like, are you calling me a dummy? It's like, no. It's a very educational book. It's very well written.
Because most things be like introduction to personal finance. It's kind of makes me like, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
They start
Kind of
using
makes
words-
you, whoa.
I sort of see words on the business shows when I have the little tickers going off and things like that. But yeah, any questions you have about the library? We're glad you're here.
No, it's a nice library.
We like
Lady
to say we're not
upstairs.
your grandmother's library.
Shit, that's what the lady upstairs was saying. Because I was saying something about the piano, and she's like, yeah, we have concerts in here. I'm like, so the whole keep the noise level down things out the window when you're having a concert, eh? She's like, well, it's not your grandma's library. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. I set up, before I became director, I set up at the reference desk, and one time someone went by and sure stress. And I was like, okay, I'm sorry. And I got a little quieter for a minute, but we're just, it's a different world we live in. And we still have the quiet areas, like we have this area over here.
Yeah, the little study rooms. Yeah.
And study, so we try to, you can't be everything to everybody all the time. But you try to
Absolutely.
do as much as you can and meet people where they are.
Well, I'm glad that you believe in the freedom of the press.
Hey,
Because I have had libraries call the cops and try to trespass me for quietly recording in a public library.
quietly recording going around, the only thing I might ask is maybe not shoot a child,
Yeah, we try to always avoid, like,
Yeah.
there was a group of kids outside. We were kind of waiting for them to move away from the door before we came in,
But it's just
Not that it's illegal,
weird because
you know.
anyone watching your video is going to, even if they don't really care about a library that night, they're going to learn something. And they might go, I'm going to go check in my library and see if they have a book on that. So I've often said that professionally, we do a better job now, but 30 years ago, libraries were good about promoting themselves. So we just try to get the word out.
I saw that guy setting up that new digital kiosk in your IT room there. And I was like, wow, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, and it's all about thanking donors and thanking our supporters.
Right.
Because this is for the community.
Right.
Everything we do is for the community, and we try to meet them where they are.
Yeah. Awesome, man.
So, where are you guys traveling from?
I'm coming all the way from Michigan by Lansing.
Okay. Awesome. So you travel together, or just happen to all be here at the same time?
No, we met here.
Okay. Awesome.
But I've decimated the state of Michigan pretty well as far as tyrannical behaviors go.
You're not in trouble.
I got a chief fired when he falsely arrested me. Another detective was forced to retire.
That's something. I think if we take a minute to talk, there's far more that unites us, so we can find common ground. My grandma always said, this is back in the 80s when she'd watch the nightly news where people getting in an argument in the House and Senate D.C. She goes, if they would just sit down to a meal cooked by their grandma, maybe they'd find some common ground.
Right. I'm fighting a criminal case in Bryan, Ohio right now for failure to ID. We were window shopping, which has been happening for literally hundreds of years. But we do it with a camera, so millions of people can see what we see, right? Well, there's this boutique in that town called Fearfully Made Boutique. And supposedly, there were women doing a lingerie photo shoot, right? And they were changing out in the open where people looking through the window from outside could see them naked as a jaybird. Supposedly. I never saw that. But we were walking by, and I got up by the window like this for like 30 seconds and walked away because I didn't see anything. Well, they called the cops and said that I had my camera smashed against the window and blah, blah, blah. And so the cops detained us in handcuffs, took us to the station, put us in holding cells. They violated my Fourth Amendment by getting in my wallet and getting my ID because I wasn't giving them ID because I never committed a crime. You know, and they didn't have reasonable suspicion either, which is what is required to demand ID because they had already gotten 5 other calls about us and they already knew what was going on. We're exercising our First Amendment, walking down the damn sidewalk. So I'm fighting that case right now, and then I'm going to file a lawsuit against the city of Bryan. And I'm also filing a lawsuit against Fearfully Made Boutique because she filed a false police report. So people need
They're hollow. Sure. There's a support column.
Right in the center,
Then there's
empty void.
Then there's an empty void where the spouting comes down. So when it rains, it sounds like a waterfall in here. It's kind of creepy because I'm like, is the roof leaking?
Wiring and stuff like that.
Cool. I'm ready to head out of here, y'all.
Y'all have a good day.
You too, man.
Drive safe.
Absolutely.
Yes, because there was an accident outside here yesterday.
Was there?
We can go out this way because that's the way to.
Yeah. You want to get the radios? I forgot to grab the radios out of the car.
Yeah, I'll get an email from my birthday.
You too. You too. Heck yeah, that's going to be a video all by itself, just this library. And we're out for this one.